Hey everyone, welcome back to Market Mama's channel. My name is Kendra and I have Becky here with me. We're day traders from US based from the West Coast. I'm in Northern Cali and Becky's in the Pacific Northwest. And we've been day trading for a little over 3 years. Becky and I met during our very first trading educational course and became accountability partners and just really grew that relationship. And then about a year ago, decided to start this podcast. And we focus on the psychology aspect of developing traders, everything we go through on a day-to-day basis, the highs and lows, roller coaster for sure. And today is extremely exciting for us because we're actually creating this video today as a celebration for our 1-year anniversary, having started the Market Mamas podcast.
Right. It's kind of wild. Like the idea hatched the end of July last year. And so we launched in November 20th of 2023. And so I'm shocked when we were coming up in the state. I was like, I just feel like each day we're just like grinding, like we just do our process and we study the charts and we study trading and we do our families and we do, the podcast and all the many roles within that. And like, I can't believe it's been a whole year because I feel like when you're in the grind and you're just hustling each day, you're like, what's my to-do list today? I got to get it done and move on. And then you actually think about what happened. Like a whole freaking year has passed. It's wild. I'm so proud of us.
I'm so proud of us. I mean, like they say, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
The time has flown by and it's very crazy to think just a year ago. I mean, I literally feel like just yesterday we were doing all this prep work to launch and we wanted to have like 20 videos already recorded, right, to roll out. One of the things I have to give like hats off to Becky and I is we came in this thing like, just start, right? Like you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. But one thing we were very set on is being consistent and making sure that when we came correct. We came with all the content for you guys, and then we would roll it out very consistently. And so we have done that. We have consistently put out videos every week, made a little tweaks here and there with frequency, but we have never not put out video on a consistent basis and our shorts. And thank you all for being a part of our channel. Everyone who has came on, everyone who has commented from around the world, just it's meant so much to us.
Yeah, it's wild. Like our first episode that we released was Just Start. And, I think I don't know, like we really did just like, let's just research this crap. Like you figure out this and I'm going to figure out this. And like how we came up with 20 videos. I watched a YouTube. It was like, this dude says we should start with 20 videos because you want to slow release them and you want to have time to plan the next one to record them. We're like, okay, 20 videos. Like next, what's the next thing to figure out? And that's like how it starts, how big things work, right? You just like figure out what people are going to do. Imitate and innovate, figure out what's worked for other people and make it your own, figure out how you need to meld it into what you're doing, adjust it for your own process, and then go with it and then figure out what flops and what you want to do differently. And that's what we have done since day one. It's just wild. I mean, there's so many little things that like, I think I thought I was ready for, but then you really have to adjust. I mean, even just being on camera, like it's so weird. We all take pictures. We take pictures with our family and stuff and we post them on our own personal pages or whatever. But like creating a podcast and having it streaming on, I think we're on 7 different podcasting platforms. It's been an awakening of like, okay, this is just going to be on the internet.
100%. I mean, opening ourselves up to that has been, I'm not going to lie, it's been a big challenge because I'm a fairly private person. And so to have just myself to the public, to the international audience on a consistent basis, it was very challenging to get used to seeing myself on camera, to not cringe. Like, I sound like that. I talk like that. What do I say? Every second.
Like,
thankfully, I've gotten better at editing, so I can just take all that out. But it's still hard just finding that balance, between Becky and I, the back and forth. I mean, but one of the things we really wanted to do was to just be authentic and to just trust that we were coming at this a place of love, a place of wanting to give back and contribute and just be real and honor the hardship we're doing. So I think that's really helped. And like Becky said, we really did so much research, just divide and conquer. And a lot of the stuff that I came across was just like, you just got to start. Because like you have to make hundreds of videos just to start before you even start to gain traction. So that was one of the things that really helped me because I naturally am a perfectionist and I had to like turn that switch all the way off because I knew I would not be able to do this with Becky if I was going to try to make everything perfect. And everything I researched, all the, videos we watched, getting tips and, other content creators, you just got to start producing and trust that you're going to improve as you go, as you put in the reps, as you practice, much like training, right? You got to just commit to the long game. So we've definitely done that with this podcast. And I'm so proud of us for making it a whole year. Because I know there's a lot of people who start channels and they're kind of just still chilling there. They kind of just didn't keep pushing at it. And we've held it up. So it's awesome.
Yeah. I found this one trader visualization video that I've been into lately, and I watched a few times to help me guide my own visualizations. But his channel, I was like, this video is so good. I'm going to see what this guy does. He's only ever had 3 videos ever. And this one was a year ago, and he probably just put out 3 and didn't get the immediate response of like love. And there's nothing more. And, I think that situation is far more common than ours of like, okay, so that one didn't hit, and I really thought it was amazing, and I think the points in it are excellent. Like sometimes I write my ass off to these videos, and so do you. And we're like, I feel like this really speaks to me, and I know my friends understand it, my fellow traders. It's going to be amazing, and then it'll be like 38 views.
Yeah, exactly. I know. You have to really be like, okay, if just one person comes across this video and it resonates with them, if they're like, man, I get that, or maybe helps them feel a little better, you really have to come at it with that perspective, because we are so unique. Our niche is so unique. Like not only being day traders, which like you don't just walk outside and like see a ton of day traders. Like it's no small talk. Like day trading is not a small talk topic. So we're already like in that niche. And then we're 2 women, right? And then we also, Market Mamas, it's so like layered in our own trading performance. So we're not really coming at it from very much of a generalized like informational topic, even though we have put out a ton of great content that's very informative. But Becky and I, to honor our most authentic selves and the value we could really add, we have to really make it very personal. So that in and of itself is also like another layer of like specificity that's just not going to be for everyone. So we've definitely had to just be okay with that and understand that it's very different than a lot of the content creators that are out there, right? That are just kind of follow me around with the camera all day and, watch my life. It's like that's not really what we do. So anyone comes across our short on YouTube, the majority of people are going to be like, what the hell are these chicks talking about? Because 5 years ago, I would have been like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like moving on. So it's been interesting to get some of that and just kind of take it with a grain of salt and just know that it's not a reflection of us. Like we're coming at it with everything we have, with our honest truth about what we're doing. But it's just most people aren't in this arena and they're not going to get it. But despite that, even if you're not a trader, I really feel like at the core of our videos, we give a lot of really good, it's just real talk. It's like there's really good stuff in there layered beyond just like the trading, niche itself.
I think that a lot of what we speak to is just if you have a passion for something and you're going for it and it's hard. I think that's the core essence of what we talk about. Is a lot of the trading content out there, like you mentioned, is different from us, especially in that most people don't want to come on camera until they have reached many, many layers of their success. And so then they want to be like, gosh, it was hard back then. This is how I got through it. And you and I are like, oh my God, it was super freaking hard this week. This is what I'm going through. And I think that we've really kind of owned that and lived in that and spoken to that in all of our videos, which is more rare on the podcast platforms. And I think that that is a big part of what people appreciate hearing, is because it does take years to get really good at day trading and then to start seeing some financial kickback from all of that effort. You pay the tuition and you fall down and get scraped and you keep working and working. And then you finally get to success. And we're going to be there when that happens also and speak about this. But we'll have this huge video library of what it looked like in the middle days when we still were dealing with tilt and revenge trading and being knocked off our game from an external force and then figuring out how to reboot. And so I love that about us. You mentioned like you can't obsess over subs and views and stuff. And it's like, that's true. Like we just have to figure out, like, let this time be about our growth in our trading as much as in our podcasting, because the whole point of us is to like just show up and be consistent and be who we are. So we never want to put out something that we can't stand behind and be like, yeah, I said that and I meant it. And this is like my chart from that day, like we just are so real with it. And it's kind of a beautiful part of us. I hope that people are able to see that through whatever lens they're looking at us from. That's our hope.
Yeah, I definitely think we're representing for people who are just so committed to going after something that is extremely challenging, and there's no guarantees. And I think that resonates with a lot of people who are just betting on themselves and who are thinking outside the box, and they haven't been given this like set path of like, okay, do this step, and you're guaranteed to do this. And so that's what I really feel like at the end of the day, our content is here for, is to just keep going, keep believing in yourself. And why not? I mean, we have nothing to lose at this point. We already have wonderful, amazing, full lives, and we're just going that extra mile. You know, what was it, the Steve Harvey extraordinary, right? When you do you remember the quote?
Extra, on top of ordinary, you get extraordinary.
Yeah, so it's like extraordinary with
right?
us. We're here for all of that. For sure.
Dude. I think that so we talked about how like you have to grow into this, right? And I was looking at that. I was thinking about like the business growth, because essentially what we're doing is figuring out how the heck to be entrepreneurs. Because like nursing school, you know, you do your prereqs, you get into a program, you graduate, you start getting a job, and then you earn. Like it's very timeline, it's organized. You can see it out into the future. You can know what your starting salary is going to be based on the wages for the year. You know what I'm saying? But for entrepreneurs, it's like, shit, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but you just have to start to create something, and then you have to survive long enough to get to success. And I think Kendra and I are in this like messy middle again, right? Messy middle in trading and messy middle in entrepreneurship and podcasting, because we have survived a whole year, which is something to say. And we're finding success. Like, I think success looks like different things. Sure, you can put it to subs and view hours and whatever, but I think it's like reaching people, like you said, Kendra. It's like getting people from different countries, different communities, being like, dude, I do that too. And I totally see this. And I thank you for this video. It spoke to me, and I really am learning from you guys. And it's like, Kendra, people are learning from us.
Right?
It's like, that's the point of it. You know, we really do like figure out how to articulate our experiences and what we gained from them and what value we took. And that is leading us to be more successful traders. And we regurgitate that into a video with the hope that that's what it does. And so that, I think, for both Kendra and I, has been the biggest success that we're starting to feel more regularly with comments and feedback. So everyone who has commented and emailed, like, we feel every one of it, and it matters, because that's, you know, we show up every day with that hope. So it's kind of amazing. That's the success that I'm so proud of us for sure.
I'm definitely proud of it, because it is very much like a labor of love. And it's like Becky and I recently had a conversation just about how it's like a delicate area for us, because Market Mamas is based off of our trading. So clearly our trading is like our first priority, because without our trading, right, we wouldn't have Market Mamas. But it's challenging because, like Becky said, trying to find ourselves as entrepreneurs, you know, trying to grow Market Mamas as a separate business. I mean, there's so many different avenues, and there's like limitless, right? And if we were only Kendra and Becky Market Mamas without everything with our trading, like it would be so different. You know, we would be like full in on more of the content creation side, like so many different avenues of ways we could monetize and stuff we could do, especially if we had like a whole team and we could just be the product. But we are the product, and we are the whole team of having to do everything. It is, but it's great because like a lot of times we go off on these like grand ideas, and it's amazing, but it's like all in due time. Becky and I, it's been a great grounding process for us too, because at the end of the day, we have to remember that there's time to grow and evolve and to stretch beyond and to just do so many things. But our product is ourselves, and we're day traders, and that's our baby. That's our baby that we're growing. And so it's just I feel really blessed that we can do both at the same time. But it also, again, it just makes the niche that we're in, and like how Market Mamas can be ran, it just makes it it's challenging. Now, I'll be honest, it's extremely challenging, because how unique it is and how delicate it is, because of the fact that we're day traders, and that in and of itself, as developing day traders in the messy middle of our trading careers, like every day it presents itself different. And so we show up different in terms of how we can feel about making content, being Market Mamas. So it's a lot of pressure, but you know, pressure makes diamonds, and we always get back on the same page, and we always decide like, hey, we're here. Our intentions are good. Our vision for this is good. And we just keep showing up and doing the work.
Right. And we've said before, pressure is a privilege. And that's one that we have chosen. Like, no one told us we should do this. We didn't apply for a job and someone is paying us. Like, we get negative money right now. That's what Market Mamas is still for us. It's still a little bit negative. Look for affiliate links, please. But also, it is a labor of love, and it's refining us. And I think that it's making, for me personally, I think it's making me more accountable to everything that I am saying. It's changing me as a human as well as is trading, because both of them are like, okay, like I'm active in a trading community and Kendra is my partner. So I have people that I communicate with on my trading. And of course, Kendra and I running this business, and I'm not going to not do it. Like I'm a person of my word. That's always been something that I rely on, and I want to be loyal and honest and show up for my people, especially the ones that show up for me. And so that looks like Kendra and I are like legit every single day working on this baby. And so it has made me stronger. I can stay up an extra hour. I have the timeline and I have things that I'm going to do. And for my trading, like, you know, I talked in my live stream that I want to really pay attention to my entries and be more patient and look for all of my things, all of my confluences lining up before I enter. And so saying that out loud to someone that I care about on the podcast, to my trading mentor, to Kendra, all those things have been improving me as a human and making me more accountable and showing up for myself in a greater way. And I am like forever grateful. I feel like it's given me momentum that I want to lean into, not pull back from. And even though it all takes a significant amount of effort, because when you have these conversations, there's the work that comes after that, right? Whether it's trading, replaying and studying and back testing and doing more visualization and stuff. It's like everything you step into and you lean into, especially with both of these two worlds, there's a lot of work that goes behind it. But it's like when you love something, it's like both of these are babies that we care too much about to not. And so I just think that like there's also a multiple sayings that many of our mentors have said of when you just show up and put in the work, it's like cementing your outcome. It's the people that work, and then quit when they've had a really hard day. And that's when it falls. And so if you just keep working, then it just keeps building. It's the foundation, right? It's the bricks that we talked about in Just Start, like lay the bricks.
Yes.
And then you get to do the beautiful like design of the interior later. And so I feel like that has really like coming full circle with all of these things that we're pursuing.
Oh, Becky, you just made me realize like we haven't had to use the brick analogies in so long. So for viewers that don't know, our brick days were like just very bloody, painful, tearful, like struggle, like heartbreaking days. And one of the things Becky and I would do to make each other feel better was we'd be sending brick emojis. We'd be like, it's just another brick in our foundation. We're building. Like these days are going to make us stronger. I mean, we just had to like, I have chills right now. Like we had to like uplift each other because we were so low, literally building our foundation, like in the freaking dirt, like in the mud. So in the cement, like spilling stuff, literally. But we haven't really had to, I don't remember the last
happening, Kendra. It used to be almost every day.
Yeah, I know.
For one of us.
So yeah, I think that in of itself is like a big aha moment. You know, like Becky, to backtrack what Becky was saying, like it's like, yeah, a year later you look back and it's just such a testimony to like we are always capable of doing so much more than we think we can, or you know, right? I mean, I feel like we generally cut ourselves short. You know, we think, oh, that's too much. I won't be able to take that on. And I mean, yeah, it's not easy, but if you prioritize and rearrange things, and if it's something that you really feel called to do, there's always a way. And it's crazy how there's that saying that you never know what like just 6 months can do if you just start something. It's pretty amazing that we did our 6 month and now we're at our year. And just like with our trading, you know, we made it through year 1, year 2. So it's like, we're beating statistics over here, guys. And so I love it. And I feel so grateful and blessed to have my amazing partner, Becky, in business, in trading, in friendship, and just the amazing support that we have around us and people who are just rooting for us and who understand, even if they don't understand what we're doing. We have people who are in the background who love us enough to just be our support system. So super, super blessed. And this episode's going to be coming out on Thanksgiving. So for those of you who aren't watching football or who aren't online shopping and who are on YouTube and watching us, we thank you so much. And it's just a wonderful time of year to just be so grateful and reflect on all the blessings we have in our lives.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, 18% of new businesses fail after a year. And I think that we are killing it. I think that Goggins has been a true inspiration for that too, because like we can always do more. Like you can always just put one foot in front of another. And then look how far we've come. So I think that that's another argument for just get back up and ride at dawn, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes, we ride at dawn.
Two super funny things that not everyone would know about us. Sometimes when YouTube auto generates a short, it will just pick a frame and it will freeze it and it will be what our pictures look like when we load them. And sometimes they are ridiculous. Like I would be like, no, I didn't make that face. I didn't make that face that entire video. And there it is, staring right back at us. So there's pictures of us in the shorts. So we're like, can we just, why can't we change that? And it won't let us. And then also, we get a lot of love comments. We get more love than hate, which is amazing. But every once in a while, someone will say just the snarkiest thing. And okay, let me tell you something. Kendra is the first one to reply because whoever sees it first replies. She's more attentive than me, I think. And sometimes people will say stupid shit. And Kendra will be like, thanks for the comment. Have a great day. And it just makes me laugh every time, Kendra. Every time I see it. And I was like, I love her.
No, not only that, I say thanks for the view and the comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, friend. Like, I'm like,
she really does, just like that. It's amazing.
You already took the time to comment, hate comment, I don't care. You took the time, so you may as well subscribe and see some more shit you can make fun of. I don't know. I just want the views.
That's engagement, right?
Engagement, yeah. I'm like, it has to help. And then it's just, I tell Becky, like, haters mean you've made it, really. Right. Like, literally. I mean,
they took the time to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like even the most celebrated people, you'll find more hate in their comments than people loving them. So yeah, I take it as a compliment. Just brush it off.
That's right. And even our unflattering pictures are not so bad.
I mean, I just got to laugh at it. Like, I literally would send Becky, I'd be like, what's the most funniest freeze short thumbnails of this week? I'm just like, look at it. It's so hard, but it's like, whatever. I mean, we're not the only ones that have very unflattering photos of themselves out there. So I try my best with our thumbnails. At least, like, we look good in those.
You kill it on the thumbnails. It's like, who hasn't opened their phone on accident and the camera's reversed and you see your face in an unflattering way? Like, we're all human. Just saying.
Exactly. We are.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And to echo what Kendra said, we are really tremendously grateful for anyone who knows us and loves us and even considers us, because we just want to do our best work and do what serves our souls, because we are mothers who are trying really hard to elevate ourselves and our families by doing something crazy hard, but super interesting and appealing, and has called us to it. And so part of that for us is apparently talking it out with you all and giving back what we can to the greater universe, because we know how hard it is. There were the days early on when it was like, I guess that's a brick and I'm going to pour some wine with lunch. And those days, we have progressed past that. And you guys have witnessed that with us over the last year. And we have so many more levels to go to. And just, wine with dinner in celebration of a great day instead of wine with lunch with tears. So this is progress. And thank you for being here with us. And I really appreciate all of you.
Yes, everyone. Thank you so much. On our best training days are ahead. Take care. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.